Hello and welcome to FTB Skies, a brand new series. Firstly, this is a traditional skyblock style mod pack built by the FTB team. You can find it in the FTB app if you want to play along. As this is my first adventures into doing let's play and producing videos for YouTube, I would very much appreciate any suggestions or feedback around what I can improve. And if you want to see more videos from me, then please like and subscribe. Secondly, my native language is not English, so some mess up in the language will occur, and I do speak it fairly well, but I am also stumbling once in a while, so bear with me. I do like to be helped along if I use the wrong words and terminology around it. So yeah, please do help me on. Being creative and positive in the feedback is appreciated. Prior to jumping into the game, I tried to create a few worlds and play the start of the pack. In this I found out that the biome that you get started in has a huge influence on what massive mobs spawn. So I found a seed that provides me with a good starting biome. This is actually nice that it goes directly to create the new world versus the old style of first you come in to see an empty list and then you have to click create. So really, really good. So thunk, let's play. Yeah, should be good. We want hard difficult. We want cheats on in case something we need to do something. The seed that I was trying out was thunk play skies. I think that was at least how I spelled it previously, and hope that I'm right. If not, then this is gonna be a nerd take on a video. So let's get that started up. Initially, when getting into this here, you start out on this welcome world, or this introductory world. I believe that is primarily for when you're playing multiple people in the same mod pack here. You will then have a starting point, and then each of them gets their own dimension, I think it is called. And from there, each of them can be managed or unmanaged quite easily. I think it's something to do about performance, being able to figure out how that works, more or less how it works. Great. This airplane here is freaking amazing. Whoever built this, hats off. This is really, really well put together. Actually, let me start by cheating a bit here and go into creative and just take a small flight around here. Like, it's an amazing small build. It's such well, small depends on who you are, right? But it's an amazing dedicated build towards this. It kind of reminds me of some of those airships that you find in some of the other mod packs where they spawn around the world. But this one here just is so much more details, so much cooler. Oh, there's even cake here. Cool. But yeah, there is a ton of small details in it. Possibilities of getting around most of the places here. But what's actually important for us, let's jump back to normal mode before us getting further here. What's actually important here is that we jump into this dimensional portal, and the journey begins here. We have a few things. I think I'm gonna keep them. We have initially 5 different islands here to pick by. We have the FTB Sky Island. We have an anti-sky island. That looks overly bright for me. The minimalist Sky Island, that's more of a like the traditional 3x3 blocks and a tree in the middle kind of situation. Chosen Sky Island by Chosen Architect. That's an excellent YouTuber. If you haven't watched any of his content, I highly recommend that you jump over there and take a look at it. He puts it really well together. There are still a few things I can learn from him, definitely. And finally, there is the compact Sky Island, which is a very minimalistic approach to it again. I'm not sure how that goes, and I'm not really into it. I think I want to just take a relaxed approach to it and keep it with the FTB Sky Island. So jumping into that one, we start out on a simple little island here. We We have a quest book up there. I also rebound it to Shift Q so that I can easily access it and don't have to keep the book around, basically. We have a small island, or not island, a sky village out in the horizon here, which is cool. And then this is just the starting up point. There's a few Easter eggs hidden around here. There is flax seeds over here. There's some rice that we can replant. Then we have a good area where we can get started. First of all, let's get started by punching some trees. We need the bone meal, we need the tree, and then we just need to start punching it. We have Ultimine here, so actually getting some trees should not be that big of a deal. Should be straightforward if I press the right button. And keep that going. So my initial goal here is to keep each of these episodes in around 20 to 30 minutes range. I'm not gonna be hitting them spot on every single time, but hopefully I will be able to have some of them that hit that time. And it also is gonna be an interesting challenge for me to try and edit them. Cut them down into the sizes that actually make sense from a viewer perspective. But yeah, punching a few trees. I think maybe one more, and that should be enough for the first starting bit. So the goal today for me here is to get to the sifters, basically. So a slow progression, semi-slow progression kind of approach. I'm not in a rush to get to the final game or final end station of this mod pack. Can I do this? I can do that. So crafting station, excellent. Let's start with a view over the water here. Potentially, we can build a small hut here and and have that as a starting area. Okay. First off, let's build some chests to store some of our stuff in when we start to get more and more of it. I think I'm just gonna place it like this, like that. Perfect. Let's actually start claiming some of the quests here and see what that is. So we have a small welcome page here. We have the get started section in the primary guide, which talks a bit about the steps to get started, the progression. Ex nihilo is the primary way of generating resources initially. There's also later on industrial foregoing and other ways of actually gaining resources, such as the bees. A part of the power up here kind of gives an overview of what power generation possibilities you have here, where you have the primary ones, the second tier, third tier, fourth tier, and fifth tier. I'm guessing these are some sort of runes that kind of indicate that kind of progression type. Then you have some storage stuff. We have some stuffs and things section. As far as I can see, these are basically just utilities that you will use in order to build out, prettify, make your life easier kind of things. Then we have the magic chapter or section, and then we have a technology section. Some gearing up Tetra. I've never really been a fan of Tetra, but gonna be interesting to actually dig a bit into it. And then a lot of different types of gear. Of course, fun and profit section with, I'm guessing this is more of a, this is primarily just mops and that kind of approach to it. Really, really cool, really simple. And then, of course, the at the end of all of this here, we have the how do you advance? How do you get even bigger into the world of it? I'm not sure what language that is. Is that on purpose? It looks like it. It looks a bit like Dutch or something like that. Als je munten hebt. I don't know. Not that I want to insult anybody, but yeah, looks a bit interesting. And then of course we have the what's it called? Yeah, at Astra chain line here, or quest line, where we can fly out into the sky at some point and visit different worlds. Looks like the moon is first. Oh, okay. So this might be the way that we actually get to the end. Interesting. And then we have the overpowered chapter, where I guess this is for figuring out how do we generate and get all kinds of interesting items in order to accomplish things. There is a few of these here that looks a bit interesting. Anyway, let's get started and claim the basics of things here. We have, yeah, that one here can also be claimed. Oh, that's what's B. Egg. Cool. Then we have this one here. That should give us everything from a starting perspective. Just gonna quickly toss in everything I don't need right now. Is that a tadpole in the water I just spotted there? I think it is. Interesting. I guess I'm gonna get a frog on the island then. So we have a few initial resources. We take here and drop them down like that. Yeah. So we have a basic inventory. One of the new things here is that if you had more than one inventory, let's say you have inventory all around this one here, you would have tabs up here so that you can switch between them. Really, really cool. Next up is getting some resources. So empty out my inventory, and then I'm gonna just be shifting here, basically right-clicking and crouching, and then it's gonna fill up my inventory with rocks and soil, clumps of soil. I think it is, right? Clump of soil, yeah. So at some point in the near future, I will have my entire inventory filled up with this. I'll be back once I'm done with that. And I'm back. So, the frog has grown up, or rather, the tadpole have grown into a frog. I have done a few rounds of filling up the inventory with rocks and clumps of soil and converted into blocks. So, the primary way of doing this is if you hover over one of these and press K, it will convert it into it. Let's say you have two or three or whatever many stacks of this that you have. You can press K over one of them, and that one will be turned into the 2x2 grid equivalent. Or you can do Shift K, and it will take all the stacks that you have and turn it into it. Really, really quick way of turning it into the block variants. So now we have the blocks. Let's get going on the first steps of actually creating something. So let's get some furnaces up and running. We need a slight bit of stone in order to be able to build up the first bits. So I believe, yeah, let's do like that. Then we can have, how many is it? I think it's 1.5 per piece of this here, so this would be 9 in each of these stacks. If my math is right, let's see. Maybe not. I don't know. So this should give us a good starting point for getting the shifters ready. Let's see what we have here. So getting started, we have done the obligatory thing here, the flaxseed. Let's jump over and actually grab that while we're standing up here. Over here, let's these here while we're here as well. Crops of the wild. There is a nice little rich soil here from Cyclic, which is a really easy way of creating a batch of farmland without having water nearby. Even though there's water right here, I don't know why they did it like that, but hey, yeah, I'm not gonna complain. It works. So this gives us the string that we want, and then we can get on to the next bit of here. And we need 8 sticks, and a bit of string in the middle. Gives us the first mesh that we need. enables the first bits here. Let's say the next thing here is the hammers. Hammers are created by taking a bit of cobble. You create the rods here. I'm going to create 2 of them because I'm going to need it either way. And have quite a few things that we need to hammer down. So there we go. That's the first bits. We have a hammer. We have it set up. Let's see. We have these here getting ready. Yeah, perfect. Calculations were once not wrong. Let's see. Next step here. More cobble. Then we need to hammer down, which is a really simple process. Let's say we want to... Didn't we get a... I have not... Oh, right. I need to do the... How do I get that one? Is that from here? No. Where's that from? Nope. There is somewhere here where I can get a magic wand that helps out placing things. From... No, not here. Nope. Nope. From here, no. Yeah, I wonder where that is actually from. Oh well. I guess I'll figure it out at some point when I get it. None of these provides one, right? No? Nope. Yeah. Nope. I don't know. Either way, just need to get moving towards the next bit here. Anyway, so as we slowly shift into night here, just place out all the blocks, and let's get them placed so that we can actually hammer them down afterwards. Bit annoying that I don't have a building wand or something like that. Could of course craft a simple. Can I craft a simple one that might even make it easier? That's my stick. So if I create like this, let's see how much that actually works and if that helps. It does a little bit. There was just some light there that disappeared. I guess there's some magic lights on this island. So maybe I should actually consider setting... Oh, perfect. I don't have anything to fight this one. Right. I'm not ready for a fight with this one. A bit of that. I need a bit of that. I need that here. Here. Did it stop? Where did it go? Oh, it's standing right there. This is also just an representative of how long I spent playing it. I got a villager hat, or what is that? A villager hat. Ooh, nice. So when we actually get to the point of trading with villagers, then we can get a bit of discount there. Put that on the head and not on top of it. Also has a nice cozy feeling when running around here on the island with it. So that was it. Let's see. Just get a bit of this here going so that we have all of it. Perfect. Create a few more here, and then we can get the next bit going. Perfect. We ton of everything initially because we're gonna shift towards. Let's say we don't need that much. I think I need like 20 sand or something like that in the beginning, but I need more of the. What's that called? Dust than I need of everything else right now. Let's just start with that. That's a nice small beginner pile. Perfect. And now we need to start picking up the sifts. So 2 of these, 2 here. I need some sticks. Sticks are there. Actually, let me go in here. And then I can do like this. Build 2 of them initially. This one here could be used here. I need a few planks. I have plenty of them. Perfect. Probably need a few more for later processes as well. I have two of them. Oh, I only had one couple. That can be fixed. There we go. 2 sifters. I need a hand crank to get it going initially. I need one more here, and I need one. Yeah, it was a button. We can make the hand crank. Perfect. This is basically our first sifting setup. We get a good bunch of additional sifters here as well, it looks like. Oh, 4 of them. Nice. So, the very first setup here. I'm just gonna do this as a temporary setup because I'm gonna move it and build it up when I do the automatic element as well. So just place it like this, place the sifter on top here. I could probably bunk out a few more of these so that I can have, I'm not gonna have andesite for a while. So yeah, actually let me just leave that as is. We have the wheel here, and then we can hand crank it either on top or bottom, doesn't really matter. Then the mesh on top of it, and then we have the first setup here. So initially here, let's toss in some gravel. So simple as that. Toss it in, you run it through. This is only, might have been gone a bit overboard here with the gravel. You slowly get iron nuggets. I think I need at least 4 to complete the quest. 4 that I needed. Yeah, 4. There we go. There we have the first quest. Then we get a bit of andesite, which allows us to upgrade the mesh. Can I take that out? No. Okay, that's fine. So that means that I can now take this here. If I had prepared a few of these, I can now take this in here and get an andesite mesh. The andesite mesh allows me to get better and even more resources from items. Oh, it actually dropped into my inventory. Okay, let's say let's drop that in here, and let's see where I am. This looks like the first steps of actually getting this running here. I need some light here at some point soon. Oh, I need to plant a few trees. Let me actually get a tree. There, I dropped them. Why did I drop that there? All of this here. Actually, gonna plant all the trees out here somewhere so that I get a ton of trees up and growing, so that I can actually get a bit of wood for building up the stuff. Let's see, we have a bit of fish stew. That's fish stew. And drop that in there. A few cooked chicken cuts. That's also going to be wonderful. And there we go. We also got a bit of andesite, so I can actually take this here and create a few more of them. That also allows me to create the first shaft, which can lead into the automation of rolling on the river, apparently it's called here. But it allows me to get into the automation of running this without having to spend all my food on using the hand crank, because it's apparently very hungry. You apparently get very hungry when you turn around and hand crank. Anyway, so that's the first episode of FTB Skies. I'm looking forward to where this series is going to take me, and looking forward to what might happen going forward. I do have a few plans for the first few episodes. Beyond that, I kind of want to take it slow and put out the plan and change the plan whenever it is, whenever it's necessary. So that's it for now. See you around. Enjoy your world. Enjoy your gameplay. Enjoy your playthrough. Whatever you're doing, have fun and keep learning.